Hi you guys, it is your girl, Pretty Girl Peeps. I know it has been a while since I have done a YouTube channel video, so I want to come and actually do a first impression / review of a new foundation that is shaking the table, and that is the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Velvety Finish Foundation. When I did my shade tryout online, I tested into either 430, which is Rio, or Savannah, which is I think 440. And when I got to the store, the shade 430 matched my summer shade a little bit better. So that's the shade that I'm going to be reviewing today. I will show you guys how I put it on, how I set the look, everything like that. Excuse my lash. All that stuff, so you guys can kind of see how the look actually looks as a whole. I'll do a flash test, and then what I will do is I will spend the day in the foundation and let you guys know my honest to goodness thoughts on this foundation. So what I'm going to do, my face is already moisturized, but I do need to prep it. So I'm going to use the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, and I'm just going to use a little dab of it. I'm going to go ahead and just use my hands to rub this into my skin. This is my favorite primer, and I feel like it works well with almost every single foundation that I have. So really excited to see if it works with this foundation as well. And just a really thin layer goes a very, very long way with this primer. So I'm going to let this get tacky, let it sit on my face for like a minute. So in the meantime, I just realized I left my sponge in the other room, so I'm going to run and grab that really quickly. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get the packaging out so you guys can see what it actually looks like. I picked this up at my local Ulta. So this is the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Velvety Foundation. This is 30 milliliters or 1.4 ounce. It has a squeeze out tube. And let's see if it's protected or if it just comes to where you can open it. And good thing it's protected. So that means it's, I like that because that also shows me that it's fresh. I hate like not knowing if, you know, a foundation's been used or not. I hate that feeling. Let's see if it's easy to take off. I have nails, so nothing's ever super easy to take off for me. Okay. So I'm just going to put a little bit on the back of my hand. Literally about that much. I heard a little bit goes a long way. So we will test this out and see. So I'm going to take that same hand and just put a couple of dots in a couple of different places so it can spread out. I think this is going to be a little gold on me, but we will see. Just putting a little bit everywhere. And then I'm going to put a little bit near my chin down there. Because I heard a little bit goes a very long way. So I'm going to take my beauty blender, which is damp already, and just start blending this into my skin. So this color is supposed to be for like darker tanned women with like more of a olive undertone, which is what I have, but then it also has golden undertone at the same time. So we will see if it's too golden or too olivey for me. We will definitely figure that all out. So just going to use this to blend it all in. I think looking right now, it does look very golden. And I see the olive as well popping up, but I feel like it's more golden more than anything. So I'm just going to put this on. You almost ready, babe? Okay, I'm almost ready too. Okay, so first impression is I don't think this color is my color. I think it's too golden. But I did hear it has to oxidize. So I'm going to keep blending, and maybe while I'm blending it will oxidize. As far as coverage, this is definitely more of a matte foundation. Definitely a matte foundation. Again, I'm not really sure. I gotta let it oxidize if this color is my color or not. I think this is probably as close as I would get, because the other color is going to be way too light on me. And then I think if I go to the darker shade, it's going to look like a mask. Okay, so I'm going to quickly wipe my hands off. Gonna let it oxidize. Gonna get a little closer so you guys can see it. I think it looks really good on camera from what I can see. In person, you can see like any fine lines, anything like that. But again, I haven't set it yet. I haven't really done anything to it. So I don't have the concealer, so I'm gonna use the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. And I'm just gonna quickly, and this color might be too light with this, just quickly go ahead and conceal these areas really quickly. And I'm probably not going to do any highlighter on my forehead today. Just going to do these areas and just kind of see how the look looks, because I think this color might be too light. And just go ahead, blend it in like so. Go ahead, get under my eye area. Drag it down a little bit under my nose. And I'm kind of rushing through this part because the look is more so about the foundation and whether I like the foundation. It's not really about the concealer. But I feel like the concealer color doesn't look bad with this. And then I'm just gonna do a little bit on my forehead. And then whatever's left, use for the center of my nose. Then I'm just going to do a little bit of contouring very, very quickly. Well, actually, I'm going to go ahead and set the concealer really quick using my Sacha Buttercup setting powder. Just going to dip into the sponge. A little bit on my chin, do a little bit around my mouth. I'm going to do a little bit on the side, do a little bit on this side. And I think this foundation might look better once it actually gets set. I'm going to go ahead and set under my eye. I'm going to go ahead and set under the other eye. And then I know my forehead is going to get oily no matter what foundation I have on. So I'm going to really set that center of the forehead. Then use some leftover to set my nose. I'm just blending that out a little bit. So I look crazy right now, but it's going to be cute in a second. Just wait on it. Just wait on it. Wait up. That's how Travis Scott be talking. Wait up. So I'll let this sit for just a second. And I'm going to start wiping it off to reveal what it looks like. And yes, I think setting it definitely made this foundation look 10 times better. Because I was a little bit worried. But yeah, I think setting it definitely was a game changer. Now I got to get all this powder off. Setting it, I think, was the game changer. Personally, I think setting it was the game changer. So, I am going to do a quick contour using the Black Radiance True Complexion palette. Going to mix the Sculpt color with the contour with the Sculpt to kind of make a new color. And go very light because this can be very heavy. So I start with the sculpt, go into the contour, then go into the sculpt, tap off to kind of create a new contour color that they don't have in there. And then my hair is going to be down, so kind of rushing through the top part of the contour. So sculpt, contour, sculpt. So I'm going sculpt, contour, sculpt to kind of make a different color. Because just going in with that brown just by itself is going to be way too brown for me. So then what I'm going to do, and not add any color, I'm going to blend it all out. Like so. So then for my nose, I am going to use this Morphe brush, and I'm just simply going to go into just the brown contour color just by itself. And then a little bit of the sculpt. I'm going to follow from where my nose is on both sides and blend up. Kind of blend that color over. And then I'm just going to use my finger a little bit to do a more gentle blend of the contour. But yeah, this color sometimes can be really dark on my skin. So sometimes I have to use my finger to kind of further blend the color out. So what I'm going to do next is take the bottom of the Beauty Blender. Well, actually, I'm going to take my MAC Fix Plus to spray this powder down. And I am going to go ahead and just pounce this into my skin. Especially in that nose area. That's going to help really blend that contour out, and that's going to blend everything out so that it looks a lot more natural. And I will say with setting this foundation, I do think it's starting to look better. I think I'm going to have to wear it throughout the day to really see, take a couple pictures in it, really see how it sets. So for blush, well, for highlighter, I am going to be using this really pinky coral color from the Juvia's Place, the Sola. I'm going to use that color for my highlighter. I'm going to put a little bit on the tip of my nose. I'm going to put a little bit upper parts of my cheeks. And I like this color because it's like coral, but it has like a yellow flip in it. And just quickly, again, the highlighter, everything else isn't the key point of this look. The foundation is. And then for blush, I'm going to use this peach color called Tau. And put this in between the contour and the highlighter. This will also kind of kill down a little bit that strong contour. And so then I use my sponge for everything. I'm going to use my sponge and just blend all that in. And yeah, so then to set it all, I'm going to use my All Nighter Urban Decay setting spray because I feel like this plays well with everything. I'm going to close my eyes and spray. And I am going to do my lips off camera, and then I'll come back and show you guys the look, and then I'll show you guys after I'm actually like in the car taking a couple pictures. I will post those as well. Okay, so this is the finished look. So far I really do like this foundation. I think for the summertime it'll be great. It's definitely matte. Definitely full coverage. I will do a flash test and a picture test so you guys can see really quickly what it looks like. But I personally think just looking at it, I can't see it on the camera. I think it looks really good. I'm going to go ahead, take a quick picture. And then I'm going to take a picture with the flash on. I'm going to show you guys. So this is one with the flash on. Flash on. Flash on. No flash. Okay, so this is your girl, Pretty Girl Peeps. I'm back. It's been about roughly 8 hours. I want to show you guys how the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Velvety Matte Foundation is holding up. I really like the way, what I will say after 8 hours is I really like the way this photographs, videotapes, and takes pictures. In person, it does seem to kind of really show the texture after this 8 hours. And my forehead just typically gets oily, so that's a little bit oily. But the texture does wear down, and it's not as full coverage as the day does go on. And it could just be I didn't put a lot on. But other than that, I did like it. But again, I do want to give this, what's the word? I want to give the disclaimer that I was in the sun all day. From earlier to now, I've been in the sun. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I may try it again without being in the sun all day and kind of see how it lasts. But you, I mean, I don't know if you can see what I'm talking about. You see a little bit more of the texture than you do when I first put the foundation on. So it seems like the foundation is kind of wearing off. Like I said, it's been a little over 8 hours, but I mean, I would say try it out. It may work well for your skin. You know, black owned Juvia's Place. Check it out. But yeah, this is just my first impression. The pictures that I took in this, it photographs beautiful. If you're looking for a really beautiful photographed foundation that would last, you know, throughout like a party. But once this 8 hours comes up, then I feel like, you know, it's kind of going to wear down as far as the foundation. But this is just my initial review. Like I said, I may try it again on a day where I'm not going to be in the sun all day. But this is just my initial review. And once again, it's your girl, Pretty Girl Peeps. If you have not subscribed already, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like and comment below. It's your girl, Pretty Girl Peeps.